Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, and we prophesy the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teach you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you are the Lord's chosen people, the Israelites, and we want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone camps, for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect around that are scattered around the world.
Shalom, shalom. Like you said, double honor to really the apostles are the elders of all of Israel. They're the elders of millions of people, really. A lot of people watching.
You know, the apostles, that's who we call our fathers, because they're the ones
Abraham,
they're the ones who taught us like how to grow up,
Yeah. So, what I call Tahar is Abraham.
Yeah.
That's like our grandfather. So the reason why we're not out on the street is because it's freaking smoky and foggy out there because of the fires in Coalinga. Also, they had a helicopter. Check this out. The doctor that I work, not a doctor, he's a nurse that I work with. He's a medical staff. He told me that he heard about that pilot that was probably a veteran. So if he was a veteran, he's skilled in flying that helicopter. So he crashed, and we were like, "How did you crash?" I was like, "Well, maybe he had a heart attack, or maybe he was too smoky." But remember this, the old piece also has that laser. Remember that when you put it up, that laser thing that shot that fucking building?
Yeah.
They could have shot it down and started those fires. We don't know.
Yeah, because they got technology, that is concentrated fire, and that's lasers.
Let me get this real quick.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 12:7, because the brother said concentrated fire and lasers. So where's that coming from? And there was this Revelation 12:7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So there was war in heaven. They have satellite weapons.
That means that the angels, the chariots, are going to be doing destruction too. So that means they got weapons too on those chariots.
And those weapons are dangerous. They got some bad weapons.
Because before when there was fires, there was houses that were burned up, and the houses, everything was burnt up on the houses. There wasn't no stubble left, like like the walls. That's from, that's got to be from concentrated fire. So right now the air quality is all messed up. You could taste like little rocks in your teeth.
There was ash all over my car, and I've been coughing all kinds.
Yeah. I was wondering what was like there was some white stuff all over my car. My car's black.
Ash.
And I was like, I thought it was from the maintenance guy or something.
Straight up ash, man. 2 days in a row. This place is coming to an end, man. Can't even breathe. We have to be all up inside the house. This is part of the agenda, though. Because if it's a fire, that's people are like, man, look how what we did. We were like, oh, we gotta stay indoors, protect our lungs, protect our nose, because it was been hot for the past 3 days. 3 days ago it was hot as fuck.
There was a warning.
There were heat advisory, and then 2 days ago,
like a heat wave.
it started cooling down all of a sudden because of the cloudy smokes. He's always controlling this weather.
So there's a lot of turmoil around here, a lot of destruction, and the men of the Lord, right now, their mind is not comfortable, because if your mind's all comfortable right now, you're not in the right spirit. So let me get this real quick. This is Luke 6:20, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples this is talking about Yahushua, and said, "Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High." And now, when we go into the definition for poor, it said, "Blessed be ye poor," right?
Is it the word pathos?
It's Makarios, actually. Oh, Salakia. It's, what did you say?
Pathos.
Yup. Tochos or something?
Yeah. Tacos.
Alright.
I don't know how they say it.
Salakia.
But that's what I was getting into that. Because I was getting into the book of Revelation and Mark the Beast. It said, because it's poor too. It said the poor, and that's the same word.
Yeah, so when you go into definition for poor, it says destitute of wealth, or destitute of influence, or destitute of position or honor. See, so, and when you go into definition for destitute, it's lacking the basic necessities of life.
Man.
See, so
Man.
So the poor, you know, they're the Israelites, you know, they're the ones who are destitute of we're not wealthy, we don't have any influence, you know.
I don't know, because last week we got basically ran out of the fucking that civic park because those guys live there. They're bums.
Yeah.
And they're poor and they're destitute. They're poor in spirit though. Well,
Yeah.
we're poor in everything too, but they're really poor, fucking poor. Physically poor because they don't have anything. Now, the Lord made it to be all smoky outside, so these guys gotta breathe in that fucking smoke. And that's what you get. When I read to you Deuteronomy 28 and 15, all these curses shall fall upon me. What did he do? He did the Michael Jackson, started dancing around with his hands in the air, like, where's those curses at? Well, there's one. Your ass can't even sleep without smelling that smoke, and you're all up in it. With ash.
He was really cursed because you could see that his pineal gland, it was really calcified, you know. He really couldn't comprehend, you know. He couldn't stick with one subject, you know.
Kept cutting himself. Let me get this for you, brother, real quick. This is Revelation 13 and 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word poor is the same word right there.
And then it also goes on, lowly, afflicted, destitute of the Christian virtues.
That's talking about the elect.
And virtues, it is morality, you know, the standards going according to the Bible, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments, you know, that's the virtue.
That's about the elect. So it's going to threaten the elect, because we're going to be like, man, we need to eat, we need to do this, we need to do that. Everything's virtual now. Everything's on computers, online. If you want to make some side money, you can still go on the Grubhub. You can sign up for Grubhub or Lyft or Uber, and then you're making some side money.
So that's what we're telling all the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that you are the poor, but you're blessed, you know. You could come back to this truth, this law, statutes, and commandments, and you'll see that the Lord will start blessing you, you know, during these times, during this time with all this troubles happening.
Since you said about trouble.
Because we think Yahushua Yahushai that he's protecting us right now, but we still got jobs, you know.
That's how he's protecting us with jobs. We get to stay indoors. We don't get attacked by bugs when we're sleeping and all that bullshit.
Oh shoot, they just, did you see that video? They just released 750 million mosquitoes.
Oh,
because they're doing like a inspection, because they want to release these mosquitoes, but they say they're non-biting, right? And they want them, they're all males, and they want them to mate with the other mosquitoes to kill off the disease or something.
Because the males don't bite, just the females. Remember when we were doing shows about the mosquitoes that killed those Edomites with the Eastern equine encephalitis? That's why they're doing it. We don't forget. Esau, we know you're doing it. And these mosquitoes,
Like, how do you know that's not gonna, you know, bring another disease? You know?
Sure is. They don't even know what's going on.
Man.
So you're really blessed to even know the names. That's a shield.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a spray.
Oh, it says that his name is like a safety.
Oh, a safe haven.
Something
What's it called? Garrison or something. A strong fort.
stronghold or something.
Stronghold, yeah.
Yeah, his name. So it said, so it said, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, "Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High. Blessed are ye that are hunger now. Blessed are ye that hunger now." So when you go into definition for hunger, so right there. So blessed are ye that hunger. You know, so does it mean hungry if you're on the streets and you want some food? You know?
That means you're starving.
So when Yahushua said, "Blessed are ye that hunger," he meant, blessed are you the ones that suffer to want, you know. And we suffer to want, you know. We want him to come back. We want him to establish his law, statutes, and commandments. But you other 2/3, you don't want that. You just want to be comfortable in this world, you know. And then the metaphor was to crave ardently, to seek with eager desire, and that's what the 2/3 just want to do. They just want to seek to desire their pleasures, you know.
Oh yeah, because that fool was like, "I'm here to teach you." Remember, he was all pointing at me, and he was like, "From above." He was a fucking moron.
Man, that's
And I saw the demons hop on him, like keep hopping on him.
Dang, they stuck on him like glue, you know.
And those demons change what you're saying and change your attitude. Because towards the end, when we were walking off, he was like, "Oh, you ain't gonna pray for me? No, because you're mad, you ain't gonna pray for me?" What an idiot. And I said, "No, but I am gonna curse you." And I put those curses on him. It's a terrible thing to get destroyed by the power of Yahweh Shem because you don't see it. You just think everything's happening naturally.
Man. You know, because our people, they got the zeal of the Most High. They think they know who the Most High is, you know. Right here it says, back on Luke 6:21, "Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh, for ye shall laugh." See, so what it means is, blessed are ye who weep now, because later on we're gonna laugh. You know, like Issachar likes to say, "Laugh now, cry later."
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the scriptures say otherwise. The scriptures say, "Cry now, laugh later." You know.
That's what we're doing.
Yep. And they got that "laugh now, cry later." You know, they got the shirts. They got the lowriders. You know,
And
our people love that saying.
yeah, they do. And that's written in red. See it right here, it's all in red. That's Yahweh's words. That's Yahweh's word. Let me read that one again. "Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh."
See?
Aren't you going to laugh when you have power? Flying in the sky and burning those Edomites, aren't you going to laugh? Calling me up saying, "What?" You're not even calling me up, you're just thinking about me. And then we're having a conversation and I'm watching you through your eyes burn your Edomites, and you're watching me through my eyes burn my Edomites.
And that's the righteous spirit, you know. You know.
And I'm going to tell you, you know what? Raise about 1,000 Edomites, raise them nice and strong, and we're going to have a little war. We're going to be flying in our chariots just watching those fools kill each other. We're going to be laughing too. See, that's funny. Because it says right here, "Blessed are ye that hunger," and like the brother was going into that word hunger, basically means to crave knowledge.
Yep.
It means to crave knowledge.
That's right. To crave the Holy Spirit. You know.
Man.
Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
That's right. So let me get this in the second book of Esdras, chapter. Let me see where. chapter 4, verse 51. Then I prayed and said, May I live, thinkest thou, until that time? Or what shall happen in those days? That's what you need to be like. I need to pray. I need to know what's going to happen in those days.
Pray that I live.
I need to know. I need to live. My family needs to live, and I need to make sure I know how to get by. So that's what we're doing. And I was thinking about it today. You know who's going to really make it? The elect, the people that us that are preaching and prophesying, and our families.
Yeah.
Even if they still have statues and all shit like that, I just can't see it happening any other way. Why would you? How about Shemir? How should I say a 2/3?
Yeah, that's right. Because the only way you're gonna get saved is if you work very, very hard. You know, because this is the thing about survival. You know, and only the strong are gonna survive. You know.
Yeah.
Only
And
ones who
strong
work
in what?
hard.
And strong because we're working on what? On our faith, and we got to be strong in the faith. So this
That's
is
right.
Luke 5:12. And it came to pass, when he was in a certain city, behold, a man full of leprosy, who seeing Yahushua fell on his face, and besought him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. That's the faith we need to have.
Damn! Imagine if you're an Edomite, you know, and you know you're an Edomite, you know, but you're praying to.
Yeah. This man was an Israelite.
Yeah, he was an Israelite, but he looked like an Edomite, you know.
And he didn't want that curse. So let's just talk about that right there. He didn't want to look white. Why do you people have such a fucking problem with that? And then that guy had a problem with me cussing. But he was cussing. Double standard.
Then I told him, "You're cussing, sir," and he's like, "I don't give a fuck," or some shit. So that's the hypocrite, you know.
He was disturbing the peace within our spirit. And you know what? He is really destitute. See, we're poor, but he's far beyond poor. He's destitute. There's no hope for him.
And we're trying to tell him that cursing is not bad words, you know. Cursing is praying to the Most High to put
And we would have showed him.
to put evil on somebody.
And we would have showed him in the scriptures. I was going to show him 2 Kings 19:35 when the righteous angel killed 185 Assyrians.
Even Yahushua said bad words.
He cursed that fig tree.
You know.
And how he did.
He said, and he called those Pharisees vipers. You know,
That's a bad word in that time.
and that was with an exclamation.
Now we have bad words too.
Vipers, same thing today. We would say assholes or something, you know.
Yeah. Because the thing is, we are dirty.
But they didn't have those bad words back then, so they couldn't say that.
We are dirty and we have to be made clean. But once you're in this truth, yeah, you're gonna go off, but guess what? You're gonna be made clean by your efforts. And the Day of Atonement's coming up. So and I remember the apostle saying, when the Day of Atonement comes and all those high holy days come, we're gonna start catching more hell.
That's right, because imagine that day all of Israel's gonna fast, and when they fast, that's when they start cleaning out their pineal gland. That's when that antenna starts reaching up to the Most High. So imagine all of Israel fasting. You know, we're sending all our signals up to the Most High on that day.
He'd save us. He'd save us right then and there. If all of Israel, 2/3 included, went out and said in the name and prayed for being saved, he would do it. Because check this out, Luke 5:13. And he put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leprosy departed from him. So we got pardoned from our sins.
Like there's a video too, a brother put up that there's a white boy who wishes that he was black, and he's all crying, I think.
There's nothing you could do,
You know?
nothing you could do. He's done for him. But you know, Revelation 7 and let me see. Revelation 7:3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. The name of our powers. We have sealed the servant of our power in their foreheads. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You gotta know the name. So you people that say you know the Bible, you don't really know the Bible. You don't have the patience to get into these words like brothers going into. The word poor, what it really means.
They just read that and think poor person with no money.
It could be an Edomite being poor.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's right. But you gotta think spiritual. You know, that's how Yahweh Shai was speaking when he was talking to his disciples. You know, because Yahweh Shai was the most spiritual man on this planet. You know.
Yeah. You're right.
Man. Imagine talking to him. You know, I bet you'd straighten up like that if you talk to him. You know. I could get this. Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. So it said, blessed are ye when men shall hate you. You know, when we came into this truth, we got separated from our friends and our families because we started worshiping the right way, you know, and they started hating us.
And even now we still get separated.
Yep, they still hate us.
They kicked us out of that place, that park.
Yep.
Let me get this real quick for you. This is Luke 4:18. The Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
And that's the Israelites right there. You know, they ain't speaking to the heathens. You know,
what are you Christians talking about? Are you saved already? Because they say they're saved. But how the fuck are you saved and being a goddamn bum? These fucking people are so fucked up. They need to get killed, man. It's sad. Because I don't like seeing my people, even though they're 2/3, I don't like seeing my people in a fucked up situation. But guess what? We're gonna have to, and they're gonna suffer, and they're gonna die, and they're gonna be brought back in the kingdom, and they're still gonna be ashamed.
That's right. It's gonna be an everlasting shame.
What a bunch of dumbasses. Well, actually, they were picked. They were chosen to be that. They are the elect. They were chosen to be 2/3 for our sake.
That's right.
Oh man, that was a chime in. Hey, man.
Every position has to be filled, you know?
This is the business. This is the business. This is the real business. Because look at all that smoke out there. You fucking tell me that that's good for the plants, for the animals outside. Even people that stay inside, they have to get their filters for their air conditioner because that air is getting sucked in from outside.
This is the trouble that's happening, and this is the day. This is when Yahweh Shai said that you have to prepare yourself.
And he always mentions stuff like that. Pray that your plight be not in winter.
Yeah. So we have to constantly think about the trouble that's happening and prepare. Going back to Luke 6:22, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their companies, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the son of, and cast, see, they're trying to cast out our names. That was Satan right there. And cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. You know, and that's what our friends and families are saying, that we're the evil ones, you know. But here it is, we've been in the truth for 3.5 years. Don't you think we would have stumbled upon something in the scriptures that say, you know, we'd be like, oh shoot, that says that. We're not gonna follow that. Nah, we're going with everything that Yahweh Shai told us, you know. And we're trying to tell you that this is the right way to worship the Lord, you know.
So yeah, speaking on the right way to teach. This is Matthew 24 and 2. You know what? Let me go ahead and just go to point 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Man. So there's a lot of doctrines out there, you know, that you think that they're right, you know. There's a lot of false prophets, you know, who speak, you know, who speak with you think that they're saying the right things, you know. Man.
Alright, so let me get the next verse. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
See, we hearing about rumors of wars right now because Iran just put out a new ballistic missile, you know.
Oh, and Turkey and Greece are getting at it, and they're both part of the EU and the NATO, and they're part of the beast.
So hard just put out a video that the horns are going at it or something.
They're getting mad at each other.
The horns are fighting each other, you know.
Have you ever seen the movie Godzilla, King of Monsters? So he's fighting the three-headed dragon, and those three heads, they don't always get along. They're always snapping at each other.
Oh shit.
You know? So that's unstable right there.
Just like a twins, when you have twins and they have two heads, they have two different minds. You know, you think they're gonna both wanna be wearing the same thing?
Yeah.
You know, when they have one body but two heads? No. They have two different minds, you know.
So let me get this in Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
And that shows you that that's not normal to have two heads on one body, you know. You know, if someone was born like that, you know, that's not normal. Just that's like how the beast is with all these heads.
So let's go to it. Where is it? Okay, let's see. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemies. So you got 10 heads. So you got how many? 7 heads and 10 horns. So the horns represent like princes and presidents, and the 7 heads represent governments.
Kingdoms.
So all these people are fighting within each other. See, there's governments, and then there's presidents of those governments and presidents of proxy governments.
So the different heads are different presidents. What do you think they're gonna have? They're gonna have different, you know, thoughts, you know.
Yes, they're gonna have different thoughts.
But then it's gonna come.
They're gonna be like, you know what? Fuck the United States. Let's drop bombs on them.
That's right, because that's what it says. That Russia and China are gonna shoot on USA.
Yeah. Hey man, and they're gonna shoot nuclear missiles. This is just a foreshadow. All the clouds out there. This is just a foreshadow to those missiles coming, man.
On all that fire, the heat, all the heat and the fire right now.
And I was watching.
That's a symbol.
I was watching the Book of Eli again. That was after the nuclear devastation.
Dang. That's telling you that the Lord's turning the heat up. You know, He's turning up that knob.
Yeah, exactly. So it has 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns. So there's just too many governments in place. They won't get along. They're gonna fight with each other. Cause look at Britain. They got out of the EU. They ate the Brexit. They're not part of that financial madness around there. And NATO. There's NATO too. NATO keeps adding countries. That's how you know that they're blasphemous, because they keep adding different countries, and most of those countries are Christian.
Yep, that's right. They're all Edomites.
Mm-hmm. So let me go down to verse 4, 13 and 4. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? So they're like, man, the whole beast is that whole system. NATO, the EU, and America, and Britain. Who the fuck can mess with them? If they're a team, which goes back to the 7 heads, the 10 horns, and the crowns and the horns.
That's right. And when they get technology, they share it with each other. You know, because Russia they're the first ones who got the vaccine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now they're sharing it with us.
Or otherwise, or maybe they're not. They're selling it.
They're selling it.
Because you know what?
We're still getting it from them.
Yeah.
You know?
These countries do business with each other. They do business with each other. They make money off each other. They make money off each other. You know, Britain makes the cockpit. I mean the crow's nest for the battleships that the United States has, and China makes the motherboards for the computers on the onboard. And who the fuck knows who makes the computers and this and that and the other? Those U.S. warships are not made in the U.S. They're not all made from U.S. material. So there's compromises there. And that shows you that these 7 heads and 10 horns and 10 crowns are different governments to form that beast. You know what? I think I got something for that one. Yeah. Let's see. This is the second book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 49. Then didst thou ordain 2 living creatures, the one called Enoch and the other Leviathan. So that Leviathan is also a beast. It also could be the Edomites, because the Edomites are Leviathan.
Enoch was an Edomite, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, Enoch, there's Enoch the Edomite, the Enoch, and then there's Enoch, the one that got transmitted into the chariot. And then there's Enoch, the one that was the son of Cain. So there's a bunch, but this Enoch is talking about man, a righteous man, and the other Leviathan. Because Cain, because it says right here on the next one, and did separate the one from the other for the 7th part, namely where the water was gathered together might not hold them both. And that's talking about the seas, or the governments, the places where they live together. That's why Cain got thrown out of the garden. And look, it says here, unto Enoch